Welcome back, everyone. We have finally gotten our hands on checking out the Battlefield 5 official reveal trailer. I think there's a lot of things that might be missing, so I want to break down this trailer for those of you who may have seen it, but there's a lot of different hints, a lot of different things that we are going to be seeing coming to Battlefield 5 that you might have missed. So we're going to check it out very quickly. I'm going to go through this as quick as possible, but we're going to take time to break down some things that we actually see in action in the trailer. Going to jump into that, some different melee weapons, some different maneuvers, some different movements, some different capabilities that every single player is going to have, some of the weaponry. We're going to go through it very quickly, but this is going to take some time. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned because I'm going to be giving you guys all the Battlefield 5 info just like we've done in previous games. Without further ado, let's jump into what you came here for. Right now, let's start it up. The Battlefield 5 official reveal trailer. It starts off right here. We see the EA, the DICE logo, nothing crazy. Frostbite logo, nothing crazy. Now right here, it's a little different, a little odd. You got a little horse's head. You got, hold on, right there. You got a horse's head, looks like some bottles, maybe wine, maybe water. You got a teddy bear. You've also got some type of candle holder, some type of chandelier, whatever that is. The reason why that's a little bit important is because it looks like these things are on the back of a tank. I don't know if we're going to be able to gather items, equip items, or things of that nature from the surrounding area. But as you go through this video, you're going to see the reason why I bring this up. Because there's a lot of different detail and a lot of different things going on than just your normal Battlefield map. There's a lot of items and a lot of potential physical items inside these maps. So right here, looks like this guy, he just got taken out severely and thrown over the side of a tank. There's 3 people that just jumped off of that tank. The other guy who jumps off the tank actually rolls. Now, we don't know if, in fact, you're going to be able to roll, if that's just a cinematic, if that's actually going to be an actual movement. But it might get removed like the crouch slide got removed. If you're not familiar, Battlefield 1 had a crouch mechanism. That slide, that roll, whatever you want to call it right there, looked pretty cool. I don't know if that's going to be added in there. But right here, that guy who actually rolled, if you stop, if you pause right there on his back, you're going to notice something that I've noticed on some of the other players through this video. You're going to notice a melee weapon. Looks like it could be some type of axe, some type of hatchet. That's going to go and tell you that we're going to again to be seeing these many different types of melee weapons in Battlefield 5. Battlefield 1 was loaded with melee weapons. Some I've done videos on with helping you guys unlock them. Some you've liked more than others, but that looks pretty cool. He's got a hatchet on his back. Now they run into this building. The first thing I want to show you guys here, as you run into this building, the door is kicked open, the door is pushed open. The level of detail, level of items, level of physical items that I was playing earlier, there's a lot going on. We don't know if this is single player or multiplayer yet, but there's a lot going on. As soon as they come through this front door, as they're shooting, as you see, there's a light there. There's different tiles on the floor. There's different boxes. There's different papers, books. The sound is just absolutely incredible. As usual in Battlefield games, the sound is incredible. Looks like this female player here, she's got a Thompson. Looks like... Whoa, again, that explosion has just pushed this guy in the other room. It's just blown him off of his feet. And now he's rolled onto the floor there. She's got, wow, looks like she's taken around to the chest or something. I don't know if she's wearing some type of body armor or something of that nature. But she took her around to the chest, and I just see the prosthetic is laying there. And she's down. Looks like she's down for the count. But the level of detail on her, the level of detail is absolutely incredible. Looking at her uniform, looking at the jacket, looking at just the level of detail, even her hair, the level of graphical detail is absolutely intense and insane. She goes down. Now, the other guy right here, he's still shooting. Now, if you pause it right there, as you see the guy's rolling down the stairs, something really key here. On his belt, he's got a flashlight. Does that mean that we're going to be seeing some night maps? Are we going to be having uses for a flashlight? The reason why I bring that up is because you're going to start to see through this video, there are going to be some players with things on their uniforms that look functional. Different characters that are, for example, carrying different types of melee weapons. We're going to go through that as we go through this video. Looks like he's got a Thompson machine gun there. He starts screaming. He's running up the stairs. As he's running up the stairs, again, look at the level of detail here. You got a banister that's broken. You got a man down up there. And bullets are flying through the wall. Guys, for the first time that I can actually remember in a Battlefield game, it looks like projectiles are coming through the walls. Not just tank rounds, not just RPGs, not just explosions. It looks like firing different rounds are going to be able to penetrate walls. Look at those rounds. Look at those rounds actually penetrating the wall. The light's coming through right through those holes right after the rounds penetrate the wall. Keeping that in mind, that just hunkering down behind a wall may not keep you exactly safe as it used to. in a Battlefield game. And he runs up and the guy asks him for first aid. Now what's key about this guy who's on his back there asking for first aid is not just the amount of magazine pouches he has. Looks like he could be some type of support player. I don't know for sure. Maybe some type of support player. But again, we're going to see, look at his hip there. He's got a flashlight attached to him. Flashlights, night maps, dark areas, that might actually be useful. Wow. Now the guy who just ran up the stairs, not only was he taken out by some type of melee, some type of choking, but the animation there is just intense. Player actually puts his knee into his back as he's choking him and pulls him back in the room. They both fall on the floor. Now, this player right here, we're going to stop right here just to show you the player model. And again, a different type of melee weapon. Looks like he's got possibly some type of samurai sword on his back. Different melee weapons, I would say. Ding, 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 absolutely. You got a guy with an axe. You got a guy with a possible samurai sword on his back. And it looks highly detailed. Looks pretty good. Also, in addition to the samurai sword, he's actually wearing what looks to be some type of comm, some type of headset. I don't know if he's going to be able to be some type of recon, some type of player with some different capabilities of communication. Maybe he's the squad leader. We don't know this for sure. We don't know this yet. But just keep in mind that headset might have some type of functionality to it. Now it looks like he's reloading, looking out the window, and we got tanks moving in. Wow, wow, he just jumped out the window. If you're able to jump out of the window instead of like right now in Battlefield 1 having to break the windows down first and then jump out, I think that's going to be useful if you can sprint towards the window, jump through it, because they did say they're adding different movement mechanics. I don't know if that's one of them, but we are going to go through a couple, and you're going to actually see a couple that are for sure going to be in the game. And seeing them in use, I talked about them previously. Seeing them in use, like movement on your back, shooting from your back, things like that, it's just going to be insane. But going back to those tanks, before he jumped out of the window, you're going to see these tanks right here. And these tanks are moving very quickly, I would say, for a Battlefield game. Usually tanks are known to be slower. This right here is fast-paced, guys. This right here, these tanks are moving. I don't know if it's just for the trailer, just to keep the trailer moving quickly, but these tanks are moving very quickly. And this player knows he's got to jump out of that window. And again, he's rolling again. Now look at her. She's rolling on her back. She's moving backwards on her back. She's shooting on her back and reloading on her back. That is a first for a Battlefield game that I can ever remember. There was no shooting on your back before, but a lot of players who were confused before were asking me, what do you mean by shooting on your back? Well, she's shooting on her back. Look at her. And she's actually moving backwards. She's pushing herself. She's propelling herself backwards while laying on her back. I think that's going to be an awesome mechanic, an awesome function to use if you're getting suppressed, or if a ton of fire is coming your direction and you need to retreat, you need to tactically move back. I think that's going to be absolutely awesome because you can still lay down fire at the enemy as you're moving on your back. Now she's moving on her back, and those two tanks are moving right past her. Look at the level of detail in just, oh man, just the grass there, just the tanks moving around. All right, she hops on. Looks like another type of vehicle we've got here. Looks like something small. Again, I'm not a historian, so just let me know what this is down below if you're familiar with it. Looks like some type of either a Jeep or a two-seater. Looks like we got some type of two-seater vehicle. And we got, I don't know if you heard that. I don't know if you heard that. It sounds like a little bit of music. I'm going to play that back a little bit so you hear that.
Here we go!
Yes, there's music playing on the radio right there. One thing I remember from Battlefield Vietnam, from the Vietnam era playing that game, is you would have music from that era. Like, war, what is it good for? You'd have music from that era playing. You could change the radio stations, play music in your vehicles. That might be coming back. Just the fact that we're hearing that right here, right then and now in that gameplay right there. Now, pause for a second here, because also one thing that might be lost here is that this vehicle might work pretty well in both dry and both wet conditions, on land and the water, because it seems like it's moving with no problem. Now that tank right there, looks like it had an looked like it was towing an anti-air gun on the back of it. I'm going to bring it back there so you can actually see it. We got those two. We got her on the back, which the level of detail on her is just absolutely incredible. Looks like she's shooting as the guy in the front is driving. But right there, that tank looks like it's towing an AA gun, and that AA gun is shooting at one of the planes flying around. So that means to tell me we might be having tanks that are able to tow AA guns, maybe depending on the different type of vehicle equipments you use or vehicle things you have equipped on your vehicles. You got a tank there. Wow. Whew. The level of destruction. The level of destruction here. And we see this player get knocked off of his feet as the plane actually hits the ground. Now, the plane didn't blow up here. I don't know if this is just for the cinematics or just because it's a trailer, but the plane didn't blow up. The guy actually opens and he's actually hopping out. This guy gets crushed. Absolutely incredible. Now we actually see a player actually pick up a weapon. This is the first person, I'd say the first person experience that we're actually seeing here. Now he's picking up the weapon, which looks already pretty cool. He's got different shrubbery attached to it to actually blend in a little bit of camo. Looks like just like normal Battlefield fashion. To the right, you see your ammunition. Looks like he's got 0 grenades. Looks again like the squad in the minimap looks very similar to Battlefield 1, the way they are now. So basically right now it's telling him he's defending some point. It looks like Point Echo. And then it looks like he might be the squad leader. I don't know for sure here, but the name of the squad leader is highlighted, and it looks like there's 4 in the squad right then and there. And he's going to pick up this weapon. Now it looks like some type of RPG. The player right in front of him has some type of RPG there. Looks like we've got an AA cannon there. It looks like, excuse me, just a regular cannon there. And then a setup of a bunch of sandbags. Now, what's so key about this right here is something they actually talked about in the reveal, but they didn't show it to us. So we've got it right here in the trailer. What they explained was everybody's going to be able to carry different, he called it toolboxes. That everybody's going to be able to carry toolboxes, to be able to build different things, to be able to dig yourself a foxhole or whatever you need to do. But right here, you could actually build reinforcements. They're explaining you can reinforce walls, you can build reinforcements. As you see, this player is actually picking up a sandbag, which leads me to believe what we are watching so far and what we're watching right now is multiplayer. At least what we're watching right now is multiplayer. You have 2 teams. At the top there, you have about 3 odd score for the German team and 3 odd score for the other team there. So you got about 10 minutes there. Flags, about 6 flags there. But this guy is actually placing sandbags up. Looks like he's actually building a reinforcement there. Now the guy throws some ammo. Now he took that ammo. He took that ammo in hand. I don't know if that was just a cinematic or are we actually going to be taking ammo in hands. So we're seeing a bunch of guys moving around. The gunshots, it actually sounds incredible. He's reloading. As he's reloading, let's take a look. Let's take a look there. You got a plane flying overhead, explosions going off in the background. You got screams. Now he picked up that grenade and he's tossing the grenade back. Incredible, incredible. Now that might be another movement mechanic we just saw right there. I don't know if you noticed, but we're going to bring that back a little bit. This player actually slides across the ground. Now they removed the crouch slide in Battlefield 1, so I don't know if this is actually coming back or how this is working here. But he's laying on his back shooting. He then gets up and watch. He's going to slide. He doesn't just, there you go. He doesn't just crouch. He actually slides and he's shooting like crazy at the enemy. Switches to the pistol and very quickly he's back on his feet. Looks like he's ready to start shooting again. Wow. Looks like there's some type of, I think those German cruise missiles, I think they were called V1s. Don't quote me on it. Looks like they've got those in the game because he's calling out, saying, look out, rockets incoming. Sure enough, the rocket explodes. And look at that. Look at that blast wave that actually knocked that player off his feet. How incredible is that? The blast wave actually knocked him off of his feet like they explained to us in the reveal. Now you got this guy from the teaser trailer, the guy with the goggles and everything. He's moving up. He's telling him to be quiet. Wow. Wow. This girl who was hitting the chest way back at the other building there, she's got this melee weapon. I don't know what she's got there, but she just smacked this guy over the face. This is looking absolutely intense. Not to be lost, look at the planes there, and you got the parachuting troops there, you got the parachuting soldiers. They explained in the reveal, they kept saying about parachuting in. I don't know if anybody noticed that. They kept keying on parachuting in. Is this going to be a way of spawning in? Not just spawning in on a capture point, not just spawning in on a squad mate, but parachuting in. They were explaining like parachuting behind enemy lines. That might actually be absolutely awesome. Oh man, this looks really, really intense, really insane. Hit that like button. Let me know down below if there's something I missed or if you know the actual names for some of the things you saw in this video. Hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss anything Battlefield 5 related. And you know we're going to keep you updated right here in the Rump Gaming channel. I'll catch you guys on the next one. It's your boy Rump, and until next time, I'm out of here.